Hey everybody, it's Scotty from Scotty's Record Shop with a video I'm calling Cheap Records. Free to $1. There's a pile of them, quite a pile here. I'm going to do two videos this month. Cheap records and not so cheap records. Not that the other records were expensive, but I wanted to separate them, and I didn't want this to be this long, drawn-out thing like sometimes my videos are. So I'll blow through these really quick. Just because these are cheap doesn't necessarily mean that they're not good. You guys know that. So, Arlo Guthrie. This is a promotional. Actually, the first couple here are promotional. This is a mint pressing of this promotional copy of Hobo's a Lullaby, 1972, I think. Oddly enough, this doesn't say anywhere on the cover that it's a promotional pressing, but when I pulled the vinyl out, I realized it was a white label reprise record. So, this one does say promotional right there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I have this, but I don't have a promo. It's nothing. The color variation on the cover is a little different. I noticed that. Other than that, I mean, this pesky sticker that we've gone through this before, but I can't get it off. One time I tried using several different remedies and destroyed a cover, and it's just not worth it. You know. Another promotional pressing of Gary Wright. Very good album, Gary Wright. A group called Diesel. What was the one thing they had here? It's a promotional as well. Sausalito Summer Night was the song that people would remember from them. A studio band from Europe somewhere. I can't remember, but a fun album. This is a really fun album. If you find this album, What's in the Tank, for $1, it's just a fun record. It's the only way I can describe it. Was happy to find this in really, really nice shape for $1. 10cc. I love 10cc. Original pressing. It does have a punch hole. Oh well. For $1. Ozark Mountain Daredevils, another punch hole puppy, but mint, and a very good album for them. Going through these relatively quickly, but Glen Campbell, mint, original pressing of this. Another Glen Campbell. I really like Glen Campbell. That's all I can say. Oh, you know what? I'm going to do something here. The bottom of the pile. I realized there was another Glen Campbell. In shrink, mint, original pressing of this record. I have this album, but it's really trashed. So I was really happy to find this. This was $1 and well worth it. Some free stuff. Utopia. Maybe not their best record, but this isn't bad, and it's in great shape. The cover's a little worn on the bottom. You know, the record is in wonderful shape. I've been trying to pick up more Todd Rundgren lately. This is McGuinn, Clark, and Hillman. Sort of a Birds reunion. A Poppy album, but I liked it. I really thought it was a pretty good record. For the price of $0, I really liked it. Christmas music. You know how I feel about Christmas music. Especially, I love Christmas music, but not Christmas music belongs at Christmas time. Not my wife thinks Christmas music is for the whole year. I love her, but this was in a pile of some freebies, and I thought, okay. This is did they know it's Christmas time? For USA, not USA, not USA for Africa, but yeah, do they know it's Christmas time? What the heck is this? Anyway, the point that I'm trying to make is it's a 12-inch of this in mint shape. Interesting. Interesting collection. You know, it'll go in my Christmas section. Yeah, this would belong in a $1 section, but it's a fun listen. Bobby Sherman, greatest hits, in mint shape, and it's got this really interesting kind of gatefold His face kind of is it's a really interesting way that it's cut out. But Walter Egan, Not Shy. I actually saw a YouTube member, VC member on not YouTube, but on Facebook, was playing this a while ago on his awesome Pioneer SX 850. Maybe that'll help you. That you see every time in his photos. But he was playing this, and I thought, I saw it. It wasn't really for anything. I mean, it's got some sticker shock here, but record's in great shape. It's a good record, actually. Climax Blues Band. Some people gave up on them by this point, but I still think they were a good band. I'm trying to pick up. Their records are not too hard to find or too expensive. Just have to be patient. This one was free. It needed a really good cleaning. Thank God for my VPI. That's all I can say. This was great. In Shrink for Adara. Trooper, Canadian band. Those who love Trooper, love Trooper. If you don't know who Trooper is, you might want to, if you like just good old rock and roll, you might want to check this one out. Or check any of their records out. This is a great record, 78. I think it was their third album, something like that. This was an interesting find in the dollar section. One of my friends that I was digging with, actually, at the Record Connection, picked it up and kind of laughed at it. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my God, this is quite a rare record. If you're a John Cougar fan, or John Mellencamp, or whatever, good old Johnny Cougar. You know, this album, he was on MCA, and he put one album out in 1976, his first album on MCA, and he got canned abruptly after because it didn't go anywhere. This is not that bad of a record. He does a cover of a Doors song on here that's really actually pretty good. I know, John Cougar covering the Doors, but he does a really good job. You're not usually going to find this in the dollar section, because people who know what it is usually sell it for a little more, because of the fact that it is kind of a little harder to come by, but I was happy to find that. A couple of different Genesis albums, same album, different cover. We know we go through the, oh, let me get this here. You guys know about these. For $1 each, in mint shape. This one's got some cover wear, but the vinyl is in great shape. Chambers Brothers. This is a really good record too. This Time Has Come Today. Chambers Brothers, great record. Original pressing too. An Australian band called Moving Pictures. This isn't a bad album. Kind of power pop or something. I don't like using labels, but it is what it is. Steve Winwood's first record. I already have this, but I think this is an upgrade. That's why maybe it isn't anymore, is it? Luckily, let's see here. See, it's an original pressing too. Luckily, it didn't fall very far. That's terrifying, isn't it? That's the second time I've ever dropped a record. Seriously, the first time it was not a good thing. It kind of exploded. Yeah, this looks to be an original pressing, and I'm checking it now to see if there's any damage. Yeah, thank God this was for free, and there's no damage. So I'm going to put this away gently. I'd say it's a Monday, but it's a Tuesday, guys. Okay, this one you'd kind of expect to find in the dollar section. The only thing is I got it for free. It's an interesting listen, kind of hokey, but okay. The Hilltop, the Hillside Singers would like to teach the world. Seeing you. Heart. I've got a copy of this already. It was free. The reason that I grabbed this was because it has this in it. And I think it has this little send away thing or something for, I don't know if it's a poster or something, but I've never seen that before in any of the ones that I've found. And the record is really in great shape. So, like, okay, I'll grab this out of that pile. You know, and this is, in my opinion, Heart's best album. I have this too, but this was mint and in shrink. 404. Okay, kind of a guilty pleasure. You know, but it is what it is. You know, Sheena Easton. Like I said, some of these are dollar records for sure, or free. In the case of some of these. Another Sheena Easton. They're not that bad for what they are. This was an interesting find for a couple of these next ones. Really interesting for $1. Toto. Jonathan would appreciate this record. He's a huge Toto fan. And other than this sticker over here, this record is mint. And it was $1. Nice little compilation from Toto that came out in '89. So it's kind of towards the end of when vinyl was really being pressed. Makes it a little harder. This next one I was really happy about finding. I was going to pay, you know, not good money, not a lot of money, but I would never have expected to find this one in the dollar section in mint shape. Don Henley. So now I have all 3 of his albums that are available on vinyl anyway. This is a good record. In great shape too. This one was interesting. It's in very good condition, not great condition. It plays all the way through. But I never see this. Never see this. Original pressing in mono. The very first Neil Diamond album. I was really happy to find that. It plays through fine. This is the old deep groove, you know, old deep groove vinyl where, yeah, it may be a little scuffed up, but it should, you know, it usually plays fine. You know, nice find. A couple more Neil Diamond. Whenever I see odd Neil Diamond records, I don't know, I just pick them up, especially if they're for free or for $1. This is one of them I didn't have. Hot August Night #2, which came out in the late '80s. Not a bad record, you know. And a couple of comps. I haven't looked at where these came from. These are not U.S. pressings. I know that for sure. There's one of them. Here's the other one. This is a European pressing. This is on that, I'm not sure. I'll show you. Usually these are like, is it pie or something? Or not? Not pie, but so that's definitely a European pressing. Very nice pressing as well of this particular comp. If I can get it back in, we'll be doing good. So, and it was, you know, it was $1, so I went for it. Almost done, guys. The Fix. Group called Player, which was a kind of a late '70s, early '80s pop rock kind of thing. I picked this up because it was sealed. It's a Carpenter's album that's completely sealed. It was, well, it was free, so thank you. The band Saga. These were kind of interesting finds. Another promotional pressing. 2 OJ's albums. This is a compilation that goes up to '76 or '7 or something like that. A double album too. Very nice. In great shape. The promotional pressing. And then this one actually goes up to the early '80s. A single album. Both of them for $1. This was $1. And I have a copy of this on Uni, but my copy is kind of so-so. This is a first pressing, not first pressing, but second pressing. First pressing on the MCA label. And it was in incredibly good shape. So I thought I'll pick this up. No booklet or anything like that, but you know. Okay, one more. I picked this up. I can't see what I'm doing. Picked this up because it's a slightly different cover, color variant anyway, of the one that I already have from, and this was in really excellent shape as well. So there you go. I'm going to make another video with the not so cheapo records next, and hopefully get both these uploaded very shortly. As always, thank you so much for watching these things. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. And like I said before, thank you very much, and peace and love.